Hello, welcome to Overall School. Today we're going to talk about the letter P, and we're going to use one hand to make a movement to help us remember the sound that the letter P makes. You hear it at the beginning of the word point. You give a little puff of air with your lips while you point. It works out pretty well. Mrs. Overall, I have a question. Oh, yes, I'm sure you do, Claude. Did you know that I have no fingers, so I cannot do that? Oh, you know what? It's all right if you don't have any fingers. There are other ways that people can point. In fact, in some places in the world, people would never point with their finger. Oh, stop that. Yuck, slobbered on my finger. Hey, what? What are other ways that people do that? Well, in places, you know what? I have a globe here. This is our planet, a model of our planet. And in different places around the world, they point differently. They don't point with their index finger. In fact, over here in Asia, they will point with their palm. What do you mean? Well, the palm is the flat part of your hand. So they would point this way. Oh. And in a different part of the world, they point with their palm, but it's straight up and down like this. They point this way. Really? Yes, they do that. And in some places in the world, they don't point with their pointer finger. They point with their pinky finger. Oh, so I'll point at you with my pinky. No nibbling. In some places in the world, they point with their chin. So if I wanted to point to my sign, I would go like that. I have a chin. Yes, you have a chin, so you could use your chin to point. And this, I think this is really interesting. In some places in the world, they point with their lips. So if I were going to point to you, I would go like this. That's how they point. Yes! So if you live in a place where it's not polite to point with your index finger, you could point with your chin. You could point with your palm flat or your palm upright. You could point with your lips, but it would be tough to make the sound of the letter P while you were pointing with your lips. Well, we'll do it your way. Okay. So the sound of the letter P is P. Again. Cool. Thanks. You're welcome. We just learned about the sound that the letter P makes. The sound that you hear at the beginning of point. So we have get our one hand ready and we will review point, the sound that the letter P makes, and then all of our other sounds from the beginning right up until today. So one hand ready. P. S. T. Short A. N. M. Short I. C. K. P. One more time. Uppercase and lowercase p remind me of each other, but they're not exactly the same. Uppercase p has this nice flat part. Lowercase p has a much rounder belly. Let's try that. They both have a straight part and they both have a curvy part. Capital P, straight, and then it slides out and has a curve. Where lowercase p has a much rounder belly. Uppercase p, lowercase p. We'll be making those in our notebook in just a little bit. Right now, can you find the letter P? Ah, yes, I can point to it right here. Where it's going to be one of the letters that we sing in the middle of the song, not at the beginning, not at the ending. Let's do our ABC song. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Uppercase letters for names and other things. And on the back we have lowercase letters. Some of these are box letters. Some of these are antler letters. A P is a leg letter. We'll be talking more about that in just a little bit. But this time we're going to stop when we get to the letter P. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Got it. Well, think about some words that begin with the letter P. Can you think of any words that begin with the letter P? Did you bring a friend? Where did she come from? Under the porch? Porch? Porch is one of the words that begins with P. Come here, buddy. What's your name? Lily. Oh, hi, Lily. Lily is a possum. Possum. Sometimes people call it an opossum or an opossum. There's different ways to say your name, isn't it? Yeah, aren't there? Yeah. So possum. Are you the under the porch possum? Oh, okay. Well, you are very nice. You know what? I'm so glad that you're here, Lily, because possums like you are very useful. Do you know what she eats? Ticks. Well, lots of other things too, don't you? Yeah, sometimes I put out the leftovers for you. I know you like leftover oatmeal. Is that you? Oh, that's your brother who always eats the oatmeal. Okay. But yes, I'm glad that you're around here because ticks can suck the blood of people. Just a little tiny, not enough, not much, but they can also then kind of make you sick. Mr. Overall got sick when he was bitten by a tick once. So now when we find ticks, we pull them off right away and we tape them to the calendar so we know what days they've come on there in case we get sick. But we don't have nearly as many because you are around to eat them. So possum, possum begins with the letter P. Oh, you have a soft nose. Okay, and porch. And can anybody think of another word that begins with the letter P? Do you have any of those? Do you want me to give them a hint? Okay, these are clothes that some people wear at night to sleep in. Yes, sometimes they're called PJs. Pajamas. Pajamas, yes. Well, those are some of the things that you could illustrate in on your notebook page today if you wanted to. Or there are plenty of other things to illustrate. Lily Possum, I'm going to sit you over there by your friends. You are welcome to come and join us anytime. Okay. Do any of you have a name that begins with the letter P? Yes, Lily's last name, Possum, but I'm thinking of first names right now. Pablo, yes! Pablo. Pablo, your name shows us why vowels can be a little tricky. Because it looks like Pablo, but it's not. Pablo begins with a capital P, but then he has an A. A sometimes makes the ah sound. Pablo. 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 So now we have Sam, Tom, Anna. See if you can say it before I do. Nelson, Maria, Iris, Clark, Kim, Pablo. I did that pretty fast. If you beat me, that's impressive because I wasn't expecting you to beat me. Pablo, Lily can be your helper along with the cousins today. Yes. Okay, and right up in the corner, we've done this so often, pretty soon I won't have to do this with anymore. Uppercase P, lowercase p. You can make your illustrations here in your notebook or a piece of paper with a pen or a pencil or a crayon, whatever you have to write with. And that'll take about 2 minutes. When Mr. Overall is finished, we'll be back with Claw. Here you go, Pablo. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Pablo and the cousins have made some pictures of things that begin with p, p, p. In fact, there's point. He's pointing at pie. I see a plane. I see paper, and I'm not sure whether that's a pencil or a pen, but either way, they begin with the sound of p, the letter P. Claw, what do you want to draw today? I want to draw predator and prey. Oh, predators are animals that chase after other animals to eat them. Yes. Predator, prey? What predator? I don't know. Well, Think about it. How about I be the predator and I sneak up on a pickle? On a pickle? Because I can draw a pickle. Okay. Well, you be the predator. How about I will draw you and then you draw the pickle? Okay. So predator is claw. You have there's your top, here's your bottom, jaw, here's your neck, here's your toe, here's your scarf. Here's some dots on the top and some dots on the bottom. There, predator claw. Now, are you sneaking up on a pickle? Okay, the pickle would be the prey. You draw the pickle. Oh yeah, pickles do have dots on them. Bumps, yeah, pickles have bumps on them. I did a very silly thing. What did you do, Claw? I didn't show them my book about predators and prey. Instead, I talked about that silly pickle. Oh, okay. Could you hold the book? I would be glad to hold the book. Yeah, you dropped it there. And I will tell them about it. Okay. Here. I think they can see it. Predators and Prey by Claw. There's only one name, so you know that I made the words and the pictures. Yes. Hold it back. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a worm crawling around in the grass. When, dun, 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 along came a hungry robin. Yes. I think I know what's going to happen. Yeah, the robin is the predator and the worm is the prey. Because look, on the next page, the robin ate the worm, or is eating the worm. Yeah, okay. But, dun, 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 along came another predator, the kitty cat. And then the robin became the prey. Oh, I see that. I can see the robin's feathers coming out of the cat's mouth. Yeah, the kitty cat ate him. So the kitty cat was the predator and the robin was the prey. But, dun, 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 along came a hungry coyote. Watch out, kitty cat! And the hungry coyote ate the kitty cat. Oh, I see that tail. I'm glad it's not my kitty cat. I'm glad it's just a story. But the coyote was the predator and the kitty cat was the prey this time. When, dun, 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 along came the claw from outer space, the biggest, hungriest predator there was. Uh-oh. And the end. You'll have to decide how you want it to end in your mind. Okay, this is the word the, but when it comes by the word end, this is a vowel, then we call it the end. Yeah, that's what I said, the end. Okay, nice job on your book, Claw. Thanks. I love to illustrate books. You know there were no words except for the title, and you had to tell me how to spell those. I know. Kids could make books in their extra time. That would be great. And now, on to the next. Here at Overall School, we write using something called Moose in a Box. When we can write, it helps us to read. When we can read, it helps us to write. Reading and writing are both sides of the same brick. Maybe some of you like to play in boxes. I like to play in boxes. The Moose cousins like to play in boxes. I have a big box. The Moose cousins take turns with a little box. When I get into the box, I pretend that I am a moose and that I'm also a letter. Let me see if I can show you. I'm getting my body into the box, my whole body. I can feel the top of the box with my head. I can feel the bottom of the box with my bottom. And there are sides to the box as well. But the top and the bottom are the lines that we're going to be using in our notebooks and on papers and on my whiteboard. A lot of letters are kind of small and they fit right inside here, like the lowercase a and c and e are smaller letters. They fit between the top line and the bottom line. When I pretend that I'm a moose with an antler, I stick my antler out of the box. And these are the taller letters, antler letters like B and D and F are antler letters. Sometimes I have my leg hanging out. It's below the bottom of the box. And this would be a letter like G and J and P, Q, Y. We call those leg letters. So we have leg letters and box letters and antler letters. Pablo, you are really excited. Today is the first leg letter that we're going to do, and I can see your leg sticking right underneath that box, sticking right out. The letter P, lowercase p, is going to be our first leg letter because here's the box. And look at that leg hanging down. That looks very much like Pablo. He has a nice round body in there with one leg coming right down. I wonder if I can make that with a pipe cleaner. Pipe cleaner. Let's see, if we start at the top of the box, come down. You know what? I can. If I do a bounce in there, I bounce when I get down to the bottom, and then I make that belly. I can make the letter P. Not lifting my pencil or my pen or my marker. So let's try that. Here's the top of the box, top of the box. We're going to start there and we're going to come straight down right through the bottom of the box. There's the leg. Come right back up that leg and then make Pablo's body. That's how we're going to do it. So let me try another one. When I was a little girl, this was tough for me. I didn't know that I didn't have to lift, and so I would make this, and then it would look not like any letter at all. There's a backwards C maybe, or an L that should be an antler. That wasn't any letter when I was a little girl. I didn't know that though. Let's see. And if I have a P, start at the top, bounce back up. Ooh, that wasn't a very good bounce. When you bounce, you want to come right back up the same line. So this one isn't good, and that one isn't good. Try to make yours like the first one. Try to make yours like this. Try to make yours like Pablo. Come on down, Pablo. We'll make some P's. When we're done, then we can look at the word look. 5 P's. Claw likes 5. We'll make ours, and they'll make theirs. Ooh, you're right. It is kind of tough to come right up that same line again. Let's try it again. Practice makes progress. Oh, your body got out of the box on that one. Start at the top of the box and go down, and then get that nice round body in the box. Ooh, Pablo, nice job. It's a little long. It went down and touched the dot line. Try to make that leg not quite so long. Pablo, that's a great one. I think that's the one you'll look at. Okay, I think my friends are ready too. They have 5 and you have 5. If we make 5 more, how many is that? 5 plus 5. 5, 10. Oh, if you know how to count by 5s, that's the quick way. So we're going to make 10 P's all together. Go ahead and try your second line. And then look at all the P's that you've made and circle your favorite. Oh, that one's backwards. And that one's a little curvy. But hey, practice makes progress. Ooh, that's a good one for a P day. Practice makes progress. Circle your favorite. Oh. Okay. Ready to show them? Now it's time to take a little break. If you have work that you need to finish in your notebook, letters or the dot box, or if you have pictures to finish, any of those things are fine. But if you need a little exercise break just to get the wiggles out, then go ahead and stand up and we'll try this one. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I have eyes, 2 ears, a mouth and a nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Now this knee that you have there is a joint, that's where it bends. But if you feel right there, there's like a round, almost like a little bowl, like a little cereal bowl there. That's a bone, and that's called your patella. Say that, patella, yeah. And so we're going to sing about different body parts. We're going to sing hip and thigh, patella and shin, hip and thigh, patella and shin, I have clavicles and ribs curving in, hip, thigh, patella and shin. Now I just made this song up a little bit ago, so I probably am going to mess it up, but I'm going to try my best. Ready? Hip, thigh, patella and shin, hip, thigh, patella and shin, I have clavicles and ribs that curve in, hip, thigh, patella and shin, Not bad. You or me. Like you hear at the beginning of point. How many sounds do you hear in the word pin? A pin is sharp. Let's see. Let's say it slowly. I'll use my rail and you use your arm. In. Pin. Pin. 3 sounds in pin. How about this one? Pay. When I buy groceries, I need to pay for them. Pay. Let's say it slowly. Pay. Pay. 2 sounds in pay. How about pie? Mr. Overall loves apple pie. Pie. 2 sounds in pie. How about the word pick? I like to pick a friend to play with on the playground. Pick. Pick. Sometimes you can pick 2 or 3 or 4 friends. Or sometimes you can pick someone who's not your friend, who looks a little lonely, and they can become your friend. Here's the word pick. So let's see. If I have I was for a kid, I need to make it for a moose. Oh, you remembered. We have buddies here. I need to have you 2 right next to each other. Just like your 1 sound, but your 2 letters. Because after a short vowel, the k is made by a CK. So here's the word pick. Pick. If I trade you guys out, and let's see. about you come on up? I want to give you this letter. We'll see if we can figure it out. Pen. Yes, pen. What if I change? I'm going to trade you. I'm going to take your short I and give you a short A. The vowels. Now we have P, A, N. Pan. Yes, I can cook in a pan. Oh, and Peter Pan. Yes, Peter Pan. That would need a capital P, though. That's one of my favorite stories. I like that one a lot. And Liam, it's the first syllable in pandemic. You're right. Pandemic. 3 syllables, pandemic, which means when everybody in the world could get sick, they don't all get sick, but it's a problem all the whole way around the world. A pandemic. Well, what if I changed you guys? Because P is not always at the end of words. You come over here, and you come over here. And now, can we see this? I know the breeze is here. Nap. You're right, nap. Well, get your notebook or your paper. Last time my marker didn't work very well, so I'm going to try just a regular pen today. Nap. We'll write the word nap. It's box, box, leg letter, our first leg letter. So here's the edge of the box, and we'll have nap. 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 Let's try pan. 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 That's not Peter Pan because it doesn't begin with a capital P. It's a lowercase p. Big Moose loves capital P's. But he'll be here whenever we've learned all of the letters. Let's try pin. If we change the vowel, we can spell pin. P-I-N. Pin. And a sentence. How about a man can nap? A man can nap. Here would be my dot and my box. I don't even have to put that line in there. I can just remember that this is the box. And an antler letter always begins a sentence. A space. Man. Man. Space. Can. K. At the beginning of a word is usually a C. Can. Space. Nap. Ah, it's right up here. That's not cheating. That's just using your brain. See, look right up there how to spell it. And then my period to show that my sentence is done. A man can nap. Here's his head. I'm just going to make a quick picture. Here's his body. Here's his feet. This is Mr. Overall, so here's his beard, and his eyes are closed. I'm even going to put some little Z's here to show that he's sleeping. A man can nap. You're right, he doesn't have arms. Sometimes I like what I draw, sometimes I don't. The sound of the letter P is P, like in point. I'm going to point at some vowels. The letter P is a consonant, but I'm going to point at the vowels while we review them. A, E, I, O, U. Again. A, E, I, O, U. Again. A, E, I, O, U. Again. A-E-I-O-U. That's all. And sometimes Y. I'm pointing at the Y. Today's word, I'm going to point also. I'm going to point at the letters. Just like we had a cheer for the, I have a cheer for this word also. It's Y-O-U-U. It's when I'm talking about the person that's not me, and there's only two of us. It's you. Me, you. Y-O-U-U. So I'm going to point, when we get to this, at you, Elizabeth, and you, David, and you, Anna, and you, Sam, and you, Tom. I have lots of moose friends to point at when we do this. Ready? Y-O-U-U, 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 Y-O-U-U. I'm going to put the word you in with my other words here. See if you can beat me. Look. Insect. See. The. An. You. A. Oops! I goofed up. It's a. I see a bush. I see a dog. I'm used to doing it with letters. Maybe you've made that mistake too. That's teacher mistake number 643, I think. You. Anaconda. Said. You. Am. Can. It. Said. In. I. Man. At. Tyrannosaurus. Man. Said. Kitty. You. Look. Insect. You. Do you know all those words yet? If not, that's all right. We practice them every day. There's always next time. See you next time at Overall School. How do you fix a broken pumpkin?